in boxing.
Yeah.
But Tank's that dude, though.
Yeah.
Level above everybody else. His thing very seriously.
Yeah.
You know, unlike a lot of other boxers, you know, so when it came down to it, it's like each and every fight, he was 100% prepared, you know, to go out there and give it his best.
Tank, he's a very good fighter. A lot of respect for him, what he's done in the ring. Got a good team around him, but he can't Tank. Can't beat Tank.
Backed Gervonta Davis over Shakur Stevenson, pointing to Tank's mindset, hunger, and fight-changing power as the difference maker.
Just like he was a winner. Like he went out there and he worked his ass off. You know what I mean? And a lot of people don't put, and you have a number of great fighters out there, and this is no slight on everybody else, but he just had a different kind of mindset. He was cut differently. He was cut like he never made a dime. You know what I mean? So I think that's what kind of separated him.
Yeah.
Where he took his career very, very seriously. Not saying everybody else doesn't, but he was just different, had a different kind of mindset.
Yeah.
Furthermore, Leonard noted that Shakur Stevenson remains undefeated and consistent in the ring, but emphasized that boxing business dynamics are different. He added that Gervonta Davis reliably delivers excitement in every fight and suggested a clash between them is likely to happen eventually.
I don't want to get into those details. I mean, obviously, he's won every fight that he's had in the ring, but the business is always different. You know, we all know what Tank brings to the table. Tank, every time he comes out, you get this. You know, so he's going to keep on doing what he's doing. Inevitably, those two will meet in the ring.
Leonard also praised Shakur Stevenson as a highly skilled, athletic fighter with speed, solid power, and slick movement. He added that
he's a very good fighter. He's got good skill, very athletic, good speed, solid power. And again, he's slick. He's a slick fighter. And I like the matchup because, one, he's one of the top guys in the division.
Meanwhile, Eddie Hearn believes a matchup between Gervonta Davis and Shakur Stevenson would be one of the biggest fights in boxing. He added that Davis is an exceptional talent and that it would take someone as
Tank against Shakur is one of the biggest fights in the sport. I think Tank is so exceptional, it's going to take someone as good as Shakur to give him a real fight. And I love that fight.
In a conversation with Ariel Helwani, Shakur Stevenson said he wants to be involved in boxing's biggest fights without specifically defining them. He referenced top-tier competition and
love to make the biggest fight in boxing happen.
The biggest fight in boxing happen, okay. I guess whatever our interpretation of that would give us the answer, but I don't know what you consider the biggest fight in boxing.
It ain't about what I consider the biggest fight in boxing. It's what y'all consider the biggest fight in boxing. So y'all know what that means.
Is it Tank Davis?
Like I said, I would like to make the biggest fight in boxing happen.
Holy smokes. That would be something. The bottom line is you have a lot of great options right now. Do you agree?
Yes.
There's a lot of big names that we've just discussed, and any one of those would be pretty damn big.
Yeah, like I said, I'm down with whatever, whatever makes sense. But once again, I would love to make the biggest and best fights happen. I would love to make the most competitive fights happen, and I would love to show the world why I am the best fighter in the sport of boxing.
On the other side, Gervonta Davis warned that once he gets an opponent within range, the fight can end very quickly. He highlighted his ability to shift gears.
If I get him where I need him to be, he's gonna sleep for sure. Soften him up, then fry him.
While Shakur acknowledged that Gervonta Davis has major star power at the top of the sport, which allows him to pick and choose his fights, he added that if Davis shows real interest in the matchup,
biggest star in the world, one of the biggest stars in the world. So with him being at that top spot, he can pick and choose who he wants to fight. If he want to fight this guy, he can fight this guy. So And my brand is like, you know, just say you want to fight and we can make it happen at any given time.
However, Andre Rosier praised Shakur Stevenson for his high-level technical ability, but gave the edge to Gervonta Davis due to his knockout threat. He framed it as a pure boxer versus puncher scenario where Stevenson could outbox and control stretches of the fight. But Davis only needs one opening to change everything.
Shakur is a talented fighter. Tank, that's like my ride and die. I like guys that get people in trouble and knock them out. So I'm always riding with Tank. It will be a spectacular bout. I mean, you have the age-old puncher versus boxer at its best. Now, if Tank allows Shakur to get ahead too far, then he might not be able to catch up to him. On the flip side of that, if Tank gets in there and Shakur makes a mistake, it only takes one for the lights to be out. So I'm waiting to see it. I want to see it, and I'm looking forward to it. It's another 50-50, but you know, I'm Tank all the way. So I got to ride or die with who I ride or die with.
Gary Russell Jr. gave his take on Gervonta Davis, saying he doesn't view him as a pure technical boxer in the traditional sense. He described Davis more as a fighter who leads with power and explosive.
Tank really isn't like a boxer for real. He's more of a, I don't know what to call him. He's just a power puncher to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's really like a boxer, you know, but he can box. He has the ability to do so.
Russell Jr. added that Gervonta Davis would probably settle into the fight quickly, find his timing early, and use the opening rounds to read his opponent.
A little more. He'll make that fight easy. He'll win, get his feet back up under him, and it'll give him the opportunity to just like see what the playing field is really happening.
Coming back to Eddie Hearn, who suggested that Shakur Stevenson would need to rely on his ring, intelligence, and defensive discipline to manage a fight with Gervonta Davis, using sharp, controlled boxing to stay ahead. However,
I think I don't know how good the fight will be, but I think Shakur is, again, like pound for pound, IQ-wise, I think he's even up there with a Terence and those kind of guys, you know. I think the difference with Boots is he's got the defensive mastercraft, and he also has the aggressive power to turn your lights out, and I think that's quite different. Do you know what I mean? Like Shakur, I say defensive. I think that's a bit harsh on Shakur, but he's not a huge puncher, but defensively and skill-wise, he's right up there.
He's a real technical fighter.
Oh, phenomenal.
agreeing with Eddie Hearn, Keyshawn Davis leans toward Shakur Stevenson in the matchup, crediting his technical ability and defensive mastery. He expects a competitive tactical.
I think Shakur will win. I think Shakur got better skill, and of course he's just better defensively. I'm always going with the better skill, the better defensive fighter. Tank skill is phenomenal, but I just feel like he's offense first. I feel like he's offense first, or I feel like Tank is the type of fighter where he'll either be offensive first, or he's very, 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 very patient, and then just try to catch you slipping. You know what I'm saying? And certain fighters, it's just smart, So I just think, Shakur will win that fight. It'll be a hell of a fight, a hard fight, and it's definitely gonna be a split decision. But I got Shakur.
Gervonta Davis is a huge fight for Shakur Stevenson, and for people to act like the biggest fight in boxing is with somebody like Devin Haney or Ryan Garcia is absolutely ridiculous. Now, why do we know that Gervonta Davis is such a big fight? Because Gervonta Davis has now beaten, I do believe, 5 or 6, I think it's 6 people that he beat went on to win world championships, including Ryan Garcia, who people are saying Shakur Stevenson should fight next.